Hey, how's it going, PC team? In this video, we're going to go over the day I had in the small account challenge. We cracked over $3,000, the first milestone I wanted to hit, and we hit it very early. So what was the play I took today? Why did I decide to use my day trade on this one? And all that and more, going right up. Okay, so hopping right into it, the first thing I noticed, I was going through my gap scanner and it was thin. There was not a whole lot out there. Now, a lot of new volume can come into play with Christmas money and stuff like that, some liquidity. So I expected there to be, maybe some opportunity towards the end of the year. There's some stocks that can pop, but generally there's no PR by a company. So, for example, there's not a new stock generally that runs. It's a consistent multi-day runner. A very common stock that ends up running. And one of them was APE, AMC's. I don't know, whatever it's called, dividend or whatever the correct term is. And I had APE on my radar. Now, my favorite short play, I call it the PC short, just because I don't see anyone else who does this. It's something that strategy that I've actually implemented myself, and it is honestly my most reliable short. I probably have upwards of an 80% win rate on it, which is extremely high. I'd say about 75 to play it safe. With a risk to reward ratio of 2 to 1 to 3 to 1. So this is a very good play for the short side of things. So what is it? You've seen me talk about it before. If you guys haven't watched the SMMT recap, where I made almost 10%, it is literally bar for bar the exact same play. The third move to the upside, shorting off of the third and final wave. So we see the first pullback, right here. We see the second pullback. We see the third one. This is the first move to the upside, second move, third move to the upside. So you short after the third move to the upside for the fifth and final wave. Now what happened is I drew this ascending support line early before market open. As a team, if it breaks below this, which is about $2 a share, I'm going to take a short entry. Now what happened was, if I go on the 1 minute chart here, I'll go 5 minute. So I don't trade the first 2 minutes of open, but after the first 2 minutes, we saw it really start dropping, and I had a late entry. I'll be honest, I had a fairly late entry in my opinion. I was waiting for validation. I wanted to make sure that the first 2 minutes, again, my 2 minute rule, I don't trade the first 2 minutes, I didn't find some support in this consolidation zone. I drew this zone from 180. Let me get from 180. I gotta click this again to like 169, 170. And so I knew in that zone it would find some support. Now here's where it gets good. Okay, so I took the short entry after it failed to make higher highs. And my plan was to short it for the green to red move, which means if the stock it starts green on the day and then goes to break even and then goes red on the day, you can see often a great surge of momentum to the downside. So my first price target was, my average was 192. I took 1,500 shares short. I'm only in a $2,500 account, so I really couldn't take much more than 25 or 1,500 shares. And then what happened was my price targets were 180, the start of that consolidation zone in case it bounces. I had 3 price targets, and then I had a red to green move level, which you can see this yellow line is actually the red to green move level of 173. And then I had a third price target of 150, or in case it bounced. So what happened is I took my short. I stuck to my plan. You can see down here at 180, I took half profit or 1/3 profit. And then my price target was the red to green move. Now I didn't take it initially right at the red to green level because oftentimes right as it breaks, it can really see a strong, move to the downside. I saw 100,000 share short, entry or a sell order, and it was filled right at that level. So I figured it would, continue to fall. And this is where you can start getting into halt down territory and some really profitable territory. But as it started to bounce and went, down 1%, down 2%, back up to down 1%, back up to break even. I took 2/3 profit, so now I took 1,000 shares total. At this point, it was 172. I think I took it right here. And then my last one, I said, okay, I'm fine with holding through a 5 minute pullback to the upside. It was very oversold at this point. A lot of sell volume right here, a lot of sell volume. And the first green candle with actually more buy volume than sell volume printed, and I was fine with holding through that. Why? Because generally there's a nice move to the upside. It kind of is a breather for the short traders, and then short traders look to re-enter off of said pullback when it makes lower lows. So I said, I'm going to hold. I'm only holding 1/3 of my position at this point. I was up $230, I think max 250. I only had 500 shares writing out, and then as it took, it was a bullish engulfing move, and as it took the high of 185. I got filled on a kind of a spike up to 186, 187 range. For the total day of $164, obviously I gave back some profit on that final. I still locked in, I still made money on that third play, or on the third exit. As you can see, my short was up here. My last exit was right here. But, obviously I had those same shares short down here and I let it bounce. But I stuck to my plan. I was, I had great price targets. I had a great risk to reward ratio. I thought the play was really good given the opportunity we had. The PC short, again, doesn't fail. I'm going to come up with a better name for it, but that's what I have right now. The three, whatever, I'll figure something out. I was very happy with the play. And I am up $164.70 on the day. Pretty happy with that. My account broke over $3,000. That's a good milestone. Now I have over $500 in wiggle room before I start dipping in the red. Not that I'm going to size up and be aggressive and use all my buying power and this and that and the other thing, but now I'm giving some confidence to myself. Like, I can do this again. I haven't done a small account challenge in a while. I haven't been under PAT in a while. And I'm now 3 for 4 on the days. $100 challenge. You can see my first day was up 10%, second day up 7%, third day down 1%, and now I'm up. If you go to the winners, I haven't posted this video yet. I am up almost 6% on the day. So obviously my winners are much bigger than my losers. That's how you profit day trading. Super happy, super excited. I'm glad I'm doing this. Almost all my plays except for one have been short plays. The 7% win I had on the second day was a long, but very pleased with how the day's been going, on how the small account challenge has been going. Again, guys, we're gonna do a formal announcement after the first of the year, talking about the my strategy behind the small account challenge. If we're thinking about maybe potentially giving away the account if we can do that legally. After I complete it, to whoever guesses the rate on trades I've taken, and some other cool things. So we have a lot of cool stuff planned. Like this video if you guys like this challenge, want me to spend more time on it, want me to spend more time making videos on it. But all in all, I'm very excited to see where I go tomorrow. I have another day trade tomorrow, and I get another one Thursday. So I have 2 left this week. Not going to forcefully trade them. I saw a good opportunity. I've seen this play happen before, and I took it. So really happy with shorting this overextended multi-day runner. On its first red day, I think it'll probably continue to bleed tomorrow. We'll see. If it does continue to bleed tomorrow, gets rejected by 2, I'm probably going to re-enter for a short back down to 150 range, because it's really overextended now. So with that being said, like if you guys are also green on the day, like if you're red on the day, just like it up. But with that being said, guys, I'll catch you guys in the very next video on the small account challenge. Let's go.